Hey, hospitality ministry. So here's what this is all about. I thought it was time that we get together and do a little training. And as I was looking through the schedule, Easter is coming up real fast. And I know we got some other things going on. So I figured the easiest way for us all to get together and get the same information is for me just to record a video. Then you can watch it on your own time. Or if you're listening in the car, you don't have to see me at all. Might be even better that way. But you can just listen as well on your way home from work or whatever you want to do. We'll kind of go through this little training and review of just kind of what we already know and what we already do. And then a few reminders as we get ready for the Easter season. So first I would just want to start out and say that you guys are incredible. I love serving you guys and being with you guys on Sunday mornings. I couldn't ask for, and the staff couldn't ask for, a better hospitality team. You guys are rocking it every single Sunday. You come here, you do your thing, you're making people feel welcome, and it's awesome. But first I just want to go through, and this is kind of something you already went through. It was in your main packet when you first signed up for the hospitality ministry, and I just kind of want to review it. Number one is to come early and always be there to greet people. Of course, that's what we're doing here on Sunday mornings, but new people are here 10 to 15 minutes early, so make sure that you are here before that, probably 15 minutes early for whatever service that you are serving at, and then 5 to 10 minutes after service, which isn't too long. Services are getting shorter. We're trying to get out at like 10:15, 10:20, which has been working out for the most part. This past Sunday went a little long, but that's because we had a lot of awesome stuff to go through the service. The next thing is to make sure that you're sitting one and serving one. We're passionate about you guys being in service. It's not about what you can do for us. Our main concern is that you're growing spiritually and you're getting to sit through a service, experience worship and prayer and the message, and really get to be a part of that family. So make sure that when you are here to serve and to not serve, whether it's your on week or off week, that you're here, you're sitting one and serving one. We want to make sure that you are in service on Sunday mornings. The next thing, if you're not going to be there, to give me a 2-week notice, and you guys are incredible at that, and most of the time you guys are just always here and you're ready to rock when you are on to serve, so you guys are great with that. Have a great attitude, be a family, remember that mean people suck, and just remember that the most important thing is that when someone comes here on a Sunday morning, that they feel welcome, and that just means we want them to feel like they're a part of something. We want them to make friends, and we want them to know that they matter. That's what people are really looking for in any area of life, especially when they come to a church. They want people to notice them, that they feel a part of a mission, which we do have a great mission going here at Palm Canyon Church, and we want them to know about it and be able to join right in with that, make friends, and just know that they really matter to us, and you guys are doing awesome at that. So the next thing I want to talk about is mostly for Easter Sunday, but it's really something we're doing every single Sunday. So Easter Sunday, it's just like do extra of this and make sure you're really on point. The first thing, Easter is on April 1st, which I feel like is kind of weird. I feel like April Fool's Sunday should not be Easter. Like, he's risen, April Fool's, but not April Fool's. So April 1st, if that's your week to serve, great. You're obviously going to be there. And if it's not your week to serve, I was going to ask you if you would please step in that Sunday, just at the service you're attending, since you'll hopefully already be there for Easter Sunday, that you'll just come early and kind of join the team. Wear your shirt, wear your name tag. If you want to wear your Easter outfit instead of your t-shirt, that's cool, but make sure you have your name tag on. We're going to have a lot of new people like we always do, so all hands on deck would be awesome. So Easter is Super Bowl Sunday for church, quote unquote, and it's our biggest Sunday, most attended, most new people, and that's why we're really asking for all hands on deck. So just be aware of that, and you just got to be on your game, but I haven't noticed you guys ever being off your game, so don't worry about that. The next thing, especially for guest services people and ushers too, I just wanted to tell you to keep an eye on the gazebo on the guest services side, where we do have the trifolds and information there. That if someone goes up there and they're kind of browsing through it, or you just kind of see someone lost, keep an eye on them. Go help them at guest services. I know that every service we don't have enough volunteers to be outside the gazebo greeting as well as inside the gazebo doing the trifolds and answering questions and stuff like that. And that's fine, but just keep an eye on it. Use the trifolds and papers that are out there when someone asks about Awana and kids ministry. We do our best to keep those all updated. Life group schedules, give those and send them home. If someone has something to actually take with them, they're more likely to remember it and have the information on hand when they forget what we've said on Sunday morning. So keep an eye on that. Obviously the gazebo people are already in there and they're trying to cover both, but it'll really help Christina and her team out. They're trying to do the food side of things, that we'll keep an eye on the guest services side. The next thing, since the Next Step Lounge is currently for Financial Peace University and will hopefully be Love and Respect, and we're going to try to do some other things using the Next Step Lounge now, the Case for Faith books are back in the gazebo. So when someone comes for their second week, if they have a little card that says free Case for Faith book, those are in the gazebo once again instead of in the Next Step Lounge. And then people with children. So obviously we attract a lot of kids because we have awesome children's ministry here. So number one, make the classroom sound as exciting as they really are. Especially appeal to the parents about the creative learning on their level so that they feel comfortable, that they're not just sending them to some boring classroom to sit for an hour and a half, that they're going to go and experience Jesus and be able to understand Jesus on their level in a fun manner, of course. Try to mention that our classrooms are safe. Parents are all about safety. Obviously, we love and we care about our kids here. Reassure them that there are multiple volunteers in every classroom and all of them have been background checked if they are over 18, and that they're just full of passionate people who love children and who want to teach their children and have a really fun time on Sunday mornings. Assure them that check-in process is easy and safe, so when they go in, whether it's on the iPad in some of the rooms or just writing on the clipboard, that it's for their own safety, that when they get a number or they get the little sticker, that no one else is allowed to pick them up without that sticker that they get. The nursery has numbers, the preschool room has little bigger stickers with more information on it. But those are for their safety, that someone else can't go into the classroom and pick up their child for many reasons, but you shouldn't probably have to get into that for someone on their first Sunday. Also, we have on our website a button called Plan a Visit right on our homepage, which is new. So what that does, if anyone uses it, we'll see. We just put it up this past week. But if they click Plan a Visit, they can enter some information in that we will know at least one of their names, know how many people might be coming with them, what service they might be attending, and how they heard about Palm Canyon. And I'll try to keep you guys posted if we do get those in. It's hard without having specific directors right now over the hospitality ministry other than myself. But if we know that new people are coming, I will warn you guys, and hopefully that will help. But most important, on the other side of that form is that they can register their kids early. So if someone goes online, they can fill out the form so that on Sunday morning, they won't have to enter in their address and phone number and birthday and all their personal information. We'll already have that. So just be aware that if a parent tells you, I've already registered my kid online, that they just need to check in their kid as every other parent would every other week. So don't be confused by that. That's available. They'll have a little receipt on their phone that will show that, and the people in the classrooms already know about that. The children's ministry is already prepared and ready to go with that. But I just don't want you to be caught off guard. And then nursery and preschool, especially with new people, it's really hard for them to leave their little babies and leave their younger children in the classrooms. But try to really encourage them to do that, the whole safety thing. Feel free to walk them all the way to the classroom, introduce them to the workers that are in there. We really want to keep children out of the worship center as much as possible. 1, because they'll be bored out of their mind. 2, the music might be too loud. And 3, they're not going to learn about Jesus because it's not on their level, which is why we try to really push that when we first meet them. But if someone does insist and you know that they're going in the worship center and maybe you're walking them into church or you're an usher greeting them and you see them coming in with a child, we really want to let them know in the most friendly and compassionate way. So if I was walking in with Eleanor, you would see that I have a baby, and so I would nicely tell myself, or an usher would tell me, If you have the child in service, we encourage you, be nice, encouraging, not lecturing, to sit towards the back in case the baby gets fussy or makes any noise. Then you can exit without making a scene or being distracting. Just try to assure them we try to keep the worship center as distraction free as possible. And see, I had one more thing there, and to step out. Yeah, try to do that. Okay, so then the next point is mostly for the ushers, but if you are in service and not in the front row, because you wouldn't want to do that. But ushers, I want to make you aware that it is part of your job, or I'm now making it part of your job, one of the two, that if you do have a parent that has a child who is just constantly talking out loud or crying and they don't know what to do, or they're not exiting service. A couple weeks ago, second service, someone had a child who just kept talking and talking and talking and talking and then crying and crying and crying. And I wasn't in the area of a worship center where I could go say something, but please feel free to sneak up. We're not trying to make a scene. We're not trying to embarrass anyone. Just to walk up to them as bent down as possible and just tell them, can you please exit the service? And we'll create a better environment out for you outside or in one of the classrooms. It's really distracting as someone on stage, especially Pastor Bill, who's really trying to concentrate in a quiet or supposed to be quiet environment to teach when there's someone crying and constantly talking and all that stuff, as I'm sure you could imagine. So feel free to, as nicely as possible, as caring as possible, to go up to that parent and exit with them and assure them that you're going to take care of them outside. And the other part of that, when they have a crying child, which is really hard for whatever reason, in the main lobby, you obviously know that it's tile and those doors are not soundproof. So when a parent exits the worship center and stands inside the lobby, we can hear them just as loudly as if they were in service. So what I would like you to do is escort them out of the glass doors or into the nursery or preschool room, wherever they're supposed to be. But make sure they're outside and that those glass doors are closed, because otherwise we can hear them very loudly. So feel free to do that. Please be sensitive to parents. I'm sure they're just as frazzled as we might be to try to get them outside, because it is embarrassing for every party, but we really need to do our best to create a distraction-free zone so that people can learn about Jesus. It's not that we don't like kids in the service. We just want the adults to be able to focus and really learn and not be distracted by anything. Don't forget to mention, moving on, coffee, free donuts, and connection cards. Assure them that they can give a connection card to an usher after service, or they can throw it in the offering basket in the middle of service. If they forget to do that, feel free to take it from them and just turn it in afterwards. If they fill out the connection card for their first Sunday, what they'll get is a text message, email, whatever they've chosen on their connection card, of a survey with 5 questions, super easy questions. They're just rating them by stars. For example, the first question is actually, did you feel welcomed at Palm Canyon Church? And they'll rate it 1 star to 5 stars. 5 stars, of course, being, yes, I really felt welcome at Palm Canyon Church. And they'll answer those 5 easy questions, and then we give them their Starbucks gift card. 1, we want to treat them and give them a Starbucks gift card just for visiting and make them feel welcome. And 2, it's really a survey to help us as a staff know where we can improve. It's got a question on feeling welcome, about the music, about the message, about the children's program, and the other question is slipping my mind at the moment, but 5 easy questions, and they'll rate those 5 stars, between 1 and 5 stars. And just so you guys are aware, out of the several people that, new people that have taken the survey, 5 stars have gone to guest services or hospitality in general every single time. So great job, hospitality ministry. People are feeling welcomed and feeling at home at Palm Canyon Church. So just so you know, that's how they'll get the Starbucks gift card now. It's super easy. They should get a text message or email directly after church. They'll leave if they came to 11 o'clock service and get home, and by 1 o'clock or 1:30, they should already have an email or a text message. So let them know that so they can get a Starbucks gift card. And I also want to just encourage you to wear your name tags and your t-shirts as much as possible. I know the t-shirt's a little harder. but especially make sure you have your name tag on so that you're easily seen after service and easily available to anyone who might need help. Along with the shirts, I am designing a new t-shirt, just slightly different one, just so you guys can get some new ones. I know some of yours are very worn because you've been serving for so long, but I'm designing a new t-shirt, but they will stay the turquoise, not because we don't want you to be colorful and experience many colors, but it's easier, like the wall right behind me. It sticks out, especially on Sunday mornings, so that you guys are easily visible to new people. And two, that we keep it kind of clean across the board. Like PC Kids has their color, Youth Ministry is black, Hospitality is turquoise, and then different sermon series have been their color, but it's easier to keep it kind of color coordinated for us on staff and for people on Sunday mornings. So they will stay turquoise, but have a new little design and won't have rips and holes in it, so you can order a new one here soon. I'll send an email out about that. But they'll be $10 as they always are. Especially ushers, I'd really like to encourage you guys to get these shirts because you're definitely a part of our hospitality ministry, if not majority of our hospitality ministry, and we want you guys to stick out as much as everybody else so that people know that you are also available. The next thing I want to talk about is safety. If you were not at our active shooter training, or you've just been new since then, shoot me a text message because I'd love to send you the link to that just so you have that training. It's like a 10-minute video about how to react during an active shooting event, which is very important in public areas. One, it's just great to know, but two, it's the hospitality ministry. We really need to be aware of that. So let me know about that. Ushers, you guys are doing a great job at making sure the doors are locked after everybody's in. Always being in the lobby and right outside the lobby. Always keeping an eye out. Remember that you're the first line responders. You're basically in charge of everyone's safety on a Sunday morning. As a church, we're all kind of in charge of ourselves, but you guys are really out there keeping an eye on things, and you're doing a great job so far. Just remember that anyone who's intoxicated on drugs or just irate should be escorted off the campus. I know we had a couple incidents, so just be aware of that. And keep the scenes away from majority of the people. If someone's being irate, do your best to get them away from everyone. Don't take them to the main stairs where everyone's going to be walking down, maybe out into the dirt field, away from children's ministry. Try to keep them away from kids as much as possible to kind of just diffuse the situation right there. But safety, you guys are doing great. Always keep an eye out for different characters who look unsafe. Obviously, we're a judgment-free zone, and we welcome anyone. But safety is always our main concern, as it's our job to take care of our congregation and create a great environment for them. And then lastly, I want to talk about volunteers. That I'd love for you guys to always keep an eye out on possible volunteers, which is very helpful to me until we get a hospitality director, which I am working on, just so you know. I got some ideas for who that might be. But one, we don't want to steal people from other ministries. Two, never talk to them first. Always talk to me first, because you don't want to be like, hey, Adam, join the hospitality ministry. And then you come talk to me and I have to tell you, Adam already is involved in 4 different ministries, or Adam is a drug addict, which is not, but Adam has some other conflicts where he can't be involved. That creates a problem, because now you have to go back to that person and say, I'm sorry, you can't be a part of this ministry for whatever reasons. Maybe it's they're busy, maybe they're too involved, maybe they don't have the spiritual gifts for it and we don't feel like it's a great fit for them. Whatever the reason might be, just check with me first or anyone on staff. What that does, it creates an opportunity for the staff to talk about that person so that we can find out what ministries they are already involved in, if we already know what their spiritual gifts are, and lets us decide as a staff if we think that that's the best fit. It usually is, but just so you don't get set up for having to be embarrassed or anything like that. So keep an eye out for volunteers, but always talk to us first. We are obviously in need of some guest services people and gazebo team. We're working on that. But any ministry, gazebo guest services or ushers, we'd love to welcome any new volunteers to expand our ministry that way. But I just want to tell you guys are incredible. I love you. The church loves you. I especially enjoyed hearing Kay and Shelby's story on Sunday about how the serving in ministry, especially the hospitality ministry, has really just propelled them into growing in their faith. And I hope you guys are growing in your faith. And I really hope the hospitality ministry and serving in general just gives you a joy and energizes you throughout the week, as you can walk away knowing that you made people feel at home, that you made them feel like they matter to someone, that you looked them in the eye, gave them that firm handshake. The Brunken family mentioned that ushers are shaking their hands and looking them in the eye, that they are genuinely loved and genuinely greeted, and that they can feel at home in a judgment-free zone here at Palm Canyon Church. So thank you guys. Hopefully this saves you guys from having to come out to a separate meeting for the hospitality ministry. But I love you guys. If you have any questions, email me or text me. I think you all have my cell phone number, and I'm happy to answer any questions. Let me know if you have any. Otherwise, I will see you. And let me know if you can also help on April 1st for Easter Sunday. We would love to have you, and have a great day. Bye.